Good morning, friends. It is Thursday morning. Jack and I are here, hang out with you for a little bit. We are going to read today, and then we're on our way to see our new house. So today is our inspection. Well, hopefully our new house. Today is our inspection. So we get to get back in and see like kind of where everything is going to go, where all the kids are going to be, where he's going to be. So we're really excited about it because, like a lot of you know, our landlord told us we had 30 days to find a place to live. So as a mom, it was one of the most stressful experiences of my life. Hey, no bite. His bites are very gentle, but we still don't want to train him to do that. So anyway, yeah, I mean, it was rough. We were very worried about where we were going to go, and there have been so many of you that have commented that you're in the same boat, and my heart just breaks for you because it was very scary. So thankfully we did find a place. Hopefully everything goes well today when we go for the inspection, and we'll be able to move in next week. So that's the plan. So we're going today to see the house again because we went through it so fast, and then just kind of make sure that everything is good. It's a really old house. It was born in the 1800s. It was born. My house was built in the 1900s. So we need to make sure that like the pipes are okay, I guess. I don't know. My husband was talking about that. I'm personally going to see how much of a pain in the butt it's going to be taking all the wallpaper and like measure. That's my jam. Yeah, is wallpaper and measure. Anyway, we're excited. Jack is excited. The yard is fenced, so that's what I am the most excited about because this beast needs a fenced yard for sure. So yay, that's what I can't wait for. So today we're going to read Job 1 through 5 and then be done and go on with the rest of our day. So thanks for being here. If you guys have been following for the last 4 days, you know that I really didn't want to do this very much. So I'm glad that you're doing it with me because reading through the Bible is really intimidating and kind of boring at times. So at least we're not alone, right? My husband's like, your commentary, I can't believe people are sticking around for this. So I can't really believe that you are either. Thanks for being here. So we're starting in Job today. In case you didn't know where Job is, I didn't know where Job is, so I had to look. I do not smoke, actually. I've never smoked anything in my whole entire life. Not pot, not cigarettes, nothing. If you're asking because my voice sounds like this is the voice of a very tired mama. That's why it's so low today. Normally it's not. I'm just not fully awake yet. But anyway, Job. Job is right before Psalms, in case you didn't know, right after Esther. Hey, boo, come here. So I had to look. I had to look it up. That's where it is. All right. You ready? Ready for this? Here we go. Come here, Jack. Come read with me so it's less boring. He's wondering. I'm so sorry. All right. So there was a man named Job who lived in the land of Uz. He was blameless, a man of complete integrity. He feared God and stayed away from evil, and he had 7 sons and 3 daughters. Guys, this man had 10 children. That makes mine seem like not a whole lot. Bless his wife. He owned 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 teams of oxen, and 500 female donkeys, and employed many servants. In fact, he was the richest person in the entire area. Did anybody else sing Aladdin when I read that? Because I heard Prince Ali. All right. Every year when Job's son had birthdays, they invited their brothers and sisters to join them for a celebration. On these occasions, they would get together to eat and drink. My kind of family. When the celebrations ended, and sometimes they lasted several days, Job would purify his children. Bruh, they're having several day parties. Seriously. He would get up early in the morning and offer a burnt offering for each of them. And he said to himself, perhaps my children have sinned and have cursed God in their hearts. So this was his regular practice. That's a good dad, right? Like have a huge party and then like, just in case they did anything bad, we'll just go ahead and do this. One day the angels came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan the accuser came with them. Where have you come from? The Lord asked Satan. And Satan answered the Lord, I have been going back and forth across the earth, watching everything that's going on. Hold. He needs help. Come here. Good boy. Good boy, Jack. Say hi, everybody. Say hi. Oh, no. No. That's Dad's. You can't have that. You can have this stuff. Good morning, friends. Okay, so we were talking about Job and his kids. Satan came. So the Lord asked Satan, have you noticed my servant Job? He is the finest man in all the earth, a man of complete integrity. He fears God and will have nothing to do with evil. Satan replied to the Lord, yes, Job fears God, but not without good reason. You've always protected him and his home and his property from harm. You've made him prosperous in everything he does. Look how rich he is. Take away everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your face. All right, you may test him, the Lord said to Satan. Do whatever you want to do with everything he possesses, but don't harm him physically. So Satan left the Lord's presence. Okay, guys, this is why I'm not sure that I should be the one that we're doing this with, because I just read that first part, and I was like, okay, cool. He's a man of integrity, and he's never done anything wrong. And then God was like, go ahead and test him. And I was like, cool, I don't want to be a man of integrity. Like, I think that my priorities are wrong, because that scares me. Like, I don't want to be tested. I don't want God to be like, Jillian's great, go after her, because I'm not. And I just think that's really scary. Anyone else? One day, while Job's son and daughters were dining at the oldest brother's house, a messenger arrived with this news. Your oxen were plowing with the donkeys feeding beside them when the Sabaeans raided us. They stole all the animals and killed all the farmhands. I'm the only one who escaped to tell you. While he was still speaking, another messenger arrived with this news. The fire of God has fallen from heaven and burned up your sheep and all the shepherds. I'm the only one who escaped to tell you. While he was still speaking, a third messenger arrived with this news. 3 bands of Chaldean raiders have stolen your camels and killed your servants. Can you guess? I'm the only one who escaped to tell you. While he was still speaking, another messenger arrived with this news. Your sons and daughters were feasting in the oldest brother's home. Suddenly a powerful wind swept in from the desert and hit the house on all sides. The house collapsed and all your children are dead. I'm the only one who escaped to tell you. Job stood up and tore his robe in grief. Then he shaved his head and fell to the ground before God. He said, I came naked from my mother's womb, and I'll be stripped of everything when I die. The Lord gave me everything I had, and the Lord had taken it all away. Praise the name of the Lord. In all this, Job did not sin by blaming God. Guys. Okay, I started this by saying that I've had a rough 2 weeks because we got kicked out of our house. My children are fine. We're not gonna have a disease that we can't come back from. We're not losing people. But they lost all of their farmhands and all of their shepherds. Those are people that they lost, like everyone. Not to mention all of their stuff. And I need to look this up because it's a little bit confusing. But God said, do whatever you can with everything he possesses. But he lost his kids. Does that mean they consider his kids his possessions? Because that doesn't seem right to me. I mean, maybe that's old stuff, but kids are not possessions like people. So why would God allow his people to be taken? I don't understand that. Although I do have to say, it says he tore his robe and then shaved his head. So we've all, for how long now, laughed at Brittany for shaving her head. Maybe the girl wasn't so crazy. I'm just saying. Like, this guy did it, so maybe Brittany shaving her head made a lot more sense than we realized. That's kind of scary. I felt bad for her. I feel like I just wanted to be her mom for a little bit because I feel way worse for this guy. Okay, guys, that was Job 1. So we're rocking and rolling. That was a wonderful way to start our day. It was quite incredibly depressing. Okay, on the second day, the angels came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan the accuser came with them. Where have you come from? The Lord asked Satan. And Satan said, I've been going back and forth across the earth, watching everything that's going on. The Lord said to Satan, have you noticed my servant Job? He's the finest man in all the earth, a man of complete integrity. No, Jack, no. Hold on, pause. That's not yours. No. Come here. Come here. Come. Come here. Come here. Good boy. Oh man. You can't. this is not the way that we're trying to make friends. Putting your butt to the camera is not how you make friends. And like licking it. This is inappropriate. This is the side of TikTok that I don't know that I've heard of. Come here. Oh, there we go. Do not bite. That was not nice. There we go. Say hi. There we go. That's a good boy. Look at all those people who want to come and see your face. They like your cookies and cream face because you're a whole snack. Say good morning. You're sleepy. Sleepy boy. Now how exactly am I supposed to go back and get that book? With you on my lap. No, it's fine. I'll just go. Yeah, there you go. Put you on that. Alright, ready? Okay. There we go. We're good. We're good. I don't know why that's so dark now. Hello, light. Here we go. Alright. So, Satan said, he maintained his integrity even though you persuaded me to harm him without cause. Satan replied to the Lord, skin for skin. He blesses you only because you bless him. A man will give up everything he has to save his life. But take away his health, and he'll surely curse you to your face. And the Lord said, all right, do with him as you please, but spare his life. So Satan left the Lord's presence, and he struck Job with a terrible case of boils from head to foot. Then Job scraped his skin with a piece of broken pottery as he sat among the ashes. His wife said to him, that was not a cute face I just made. Ooh. His wife said to him, are you still trying to maintain your integrity? Curse God and die. Well, that's not very helpful. But Job replied, you talk like a godless woman. Should we accept only good things from the hand of God and never anything bad? And in all this, Job said nothing wrong. 3 of Job's friends were things I can't say. Eliphaz the Temanite, Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite. When they heard of the tragedy he suffered, they got together and traveled from their homes to comfort and console him. Good friends. I know Jeff cannot eat the Bible. When they saw Job from a distance, they scarcely recognized him. Wailing loudly, they tore their robes and threw dust in the air over their heads to demonstrate their grief. Then they sat on the ground with him for 7 days and 7 nights, and no one said a word, for they saw that his suffering was too great for words. Bruh, if my friend was struggling, I would come and try to help him, because that's what we do, but I don't know that I can sit there silently for 7 days and 7 nights. I'm really sorry, I'm not very good at being quiet. And that's a really long time. They sat on the ground with him for 7 days and 7 nights, and no one said a word. Okay, I guess. I don't feel like I'm a very biblical woman, because I would not be able to do that. At last Job spoke and cursed the day of his birth. He said, cursed be the day of my birth, and cursed be the night when I was conceived. Let that day be turned into darkness. Let it be lost even to God on high, and let it be shrouded in darkness. Let the darkness and utter gloom claim it for its own. Let a black cloud overshadow it, and let the darkness terrify it. Let that night be blotted off the calendar, never again to be counted among the days of the year, never again to appear among the months. Let that day be barren, let it have no joy. Let those who are experts at cursing... Oh my gosh, guys, the Bible did include me! There we go! I found myself. I am Job chapter 3, verse 8. Let those who are experts at cursing... I will be right there with you, Job. Curse that day. Who are ready to rouse the sea monster, curse that day. Let its morning stars remain dark. Let it hope for the light, but in vain. May it never see the morning light. Curse it for its failure to shut my mother's womb, for letting me be born to all this trouble. Why didn't I die at birth as I came from the womb? Why did my mother let me live? Why did she nurse me at her breasts? For if I had died at birth, I'd be at peace now, asleep and at rest. I would rest with the world's kings. Come here, Jack. And prime ministers, famous for their great construction projects. I would rest with the wealthy princes whose palaces were filled with gold and silver. Why was I not buried like a stillborn child, like a baby who never lives to see the light? For in death the wicked cease from troubling, and the weary are at rest. Even prisoners are at ease in death, where no guards to curse them. Rich and poor are there alike, and the slave is free from his master. Oh, why should light be given to the weary, and and life to those in misery. They long for death, and it won't come. They search for death more eagerly than for hidden treasure. It is a blessed relief when they finally die, when they find the grave. Why is life given to those with no future, those destined by God to live in distress? I cannot eat for sighing, my groans pour out like water. What I have always feared has happened to me. What I dreaded has come to be. I have no peace, no quietness. I have no rest. Instead, only trouble comes. Yikes. That was very, very sad. Okay. We're going to move on to Job 4, because hopefully this is going to get better at some point. Hello, friends. Thanks for being here. Okay. Jack didn't like that. He left. So this is terrible, terrible story, and he went to the other side of the couch. Seriously, though, can you imagine? Boils? There he is. What you doing, Jack? What you doing? Everybody's wondering where you went. What are you doing over there? Yesterday we took Jack to a place that we go for brunch, and he was so good. He just sat by the table and everyone came to pet him, and he was really, really excited about it. He was such a good boy. We're continuing to try to socialize him because he's getting huge, and we don't want him to be afraid of people, but he's very good at guarding, so he just sat by me. Didn't really move very much. But it's funny to watch. People are getting more weary of him because he's gotten much bigger. But he's just a marshmallow. He's so gentle. Huh. What? Who's there? What? I like when you see someone, his little nose starts twitching. It's pretty cute. Thank you. I think he's pretty cute too. You see them? Okay. Let's get going. We're almost done. Job chapter 4. Then Eliphaz the Temanite replied to Job, "Will you be patient and let me say a word? For who could keep from speaking out? In the past, you encouraged many a troubled soul to trust in God, and you've supported those who were weak. Your words have strengthened the fallen, and you steadied those who wavered. But now when trouble strikes, you faint and are broken. Does your reverence for God give you no confidence? Shouldn't you believe that God will care for those who are upright? Stop and think. Does the innocent person perish when the upright person has been destroyed? My experience, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Good boy. Good boy. My experience shows that those who plant trouble and cultivate evil will harvest the same. They perish by a breath from God. They vanish in a blast of his anger. Though they are fierce young lions, they will all be broken and destroyed. The fierce lion will starve, and the cubs of the lioness will be scattered. This truth was given to me in secret, as though whispered in my ear. It came in a vision at night as the others slept, and fear gripped me. I trembled and shook in terror. A spirit swept past my face, and its wind sent shivers up my spine. It stopped, but I couldn't see its shape. There was a form before my eyes, and a hushed voice said, "Can a mortal be just and upright before God? Can a person be pure before the Creator? If God cannot trust his own angels and has charged some of them with folly, how much less will he trust those he made of clay? Their foundation is dust, and they are crushed as easily as moths. They are alive in the morning, but by evening they are dead, gone forever without a trace. Their tent collapses, and they die in ignorance." Okay, guys, I totally thought this guy was trying to help his friend, and that just went really weird and dark. Like, thanks, I guess, that God's gonna crush us? That does not make me feel better, Eliphaz. I thought that you were trying to help. At first he was like, "Look, Job, chill," and then he just kind of went dark there for a little bit. All right, last chapter. It says his response continues, so I'm interested to hear this. "You may cry for help, but no one listens. You may turn to the angels, but they will give you no help. Surely resentment destroys the fool, and jealousy kills the simple. From my experience, I know that the fools who turn from God will be successful in the moment, and then comes sudden disaster. Their children are abandoned far from help, with no one to defend them. Their harvests are stolen, and their wealth satisfies the thirst of many others, not themselves. But evil does not spring from the soil, and trouble does not sprout from the earth. People are born to trouble as predictably as sparks fly upward from a fire. My advice to you is this: go to God and present your case to him, for he does great works too marvelous to understand. He performs miracles without number. He gives rain for the earth and sends water for the fields. He gives prosperity to the poor and the humble and takes sufferers to safety. He frustrates the plans of the crafty so their efforts will not succeed. He catches those who think they are wise in their own cleverness, so their cunning schemes are thwarted. They grope at the daylight as though they were blind, and they see no better in the daytime than at night. He rescues the poor from the cutting words of the strong and saves them from the clutches of the powerful. And so at last the poor have hope, and the fangs of the wicked are broken. But consider the joy of those corrected by God. Do not despise the chastening of the Almighty when you sin. For though he wounds, he also bandages. He strikes, but his hands also heal. He will rescue you again and again so that no evil can touch you. And he will save you from death in time of famine, from the power of the sword in time of war. You'll be safe from slander and will have no fear of destruction when it comes. You will laugh at the destruction and the famine, and wild animals will not terrify you. You'll be at peace with the stones in your field. Sorry, it's very windy and I don't want that to fall away because it belongs to my son. Okay. You'll be at peace with the stones of the field, and its wild animals will be at peace with you. You will know your home is kept safe, and when you visit your pastures, nothing will be missing. Your children will be many, your descendants as plentiful as the grass. You will live to a good old age and will not be harvested until the proper time. We found from experience that all of this is true. Listen to my counsel and apply it to yourself. Okay, we're going to pause there. Jack fell asleep with his butt up in the air on a pillow, and that's all that we had to read for today. Guys, I don't know about that. I'm not sure if any of you were here for that whole thing. Hi. But I don't know. I have a hard time with don't despise the chastening of the Almighty when you sin. I don't like to be chastised. And it says you'll laugh at destruction and wild animals won't terrify you. I'm sorry, but if I was in front of a bear or a snake, I would be petrified. So sometimes I guess that's what I'm thinking. I want to believe this. Like, I'm a Christian. That's why I'm doing this. I feel like I was told I had to. It's not high on my priority list. But if I'm going to read the Bible with you and Jack, I want to believe it. And I guess I feel like I'm reading that, but I don't know if I do. And this guy is saying your home will be kept safe, but he just lost all of his children. Like, how can you say that to him? His home wasn't kept safe. So is he just supposed to be like, okay? Because I feel like that's doesn't seem valid to me. So if you guys have any thoughts, I would love to hear them, because I read that and I was kind of like, great if Eliphaz, but that doesn't help me. If I was Job, that wouldn't help me. So I don't know. How about you? Do you think that's helpful? I'm glad we're not done. So Job responds to him, and then I guess his friends respond to him. So there's more to the story, more to come. Come here, Job. Come say goodbye. But I would love to know how you feel about it. Come here. Come here, Jack. How did you get that all tangled? Come here. Come on. Come here. Come say goodbye. We gotta get you breakfast. Do you want to eat? Oh, did you see that? Do you want to eat? Do you like to eat? You love food, don't you? You want to eat. Well, come here. You gotta obey. Come. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Come here. There you are. Say, I'm gonna go eat. I love to eat. That's your favorite thing, isn't it? Eating is your favorite thing? Mm-hmm. Huh. All right, can you say goodbye to your friends? Say bye, friends. Say see you tomorrow. I'm gonna go eat. I don't know why they can't see your face right now. No? The camera went back. I don't know why it went black. All right. Have a great Thursday, friends. We are so excited that you're here, and we're glad that we got to start our morning with you. I will let you know how the inspection goes. We're super excited, and thanks for being with us for a little bit and starting your day with us. We're really excited that you're here. So Jack is gonna go eat because he is hungry and it does not take him long. Hey, Jack. What? I'm not teasing you. We really are going to go. All right. Have a great day, friends.